announced the creation of a new UFO task force. It'll analyze the nature and origin of unidentified aerial phenomenon. That news comes after several videos surfaced showing U.S. Navy pilots coming across unknown objects moving in ways that seem to defy physics. We played them on the show. Those images were captured by advanced jets using infrared technology. So what will this task force be looking at, and what do we think they'll find? Nick Pope is the man we ask these questions to. He's a former UK Ministry of Defense official. He joins us tonight. Nick, thanks so much for coming on. So we've touted this story a couple of times that there's this new task force, but we haven't gotten into the details, and this is an important story, just to be clear, maybe even more important than our presidential election. It's not clear what they're looking for and what people who pay attention expect them to find. What do you think?
Well, when the Senate Intelligence Committee demanded a report on all this from the Director of National Intelligence, one of their concerns was that a lot of different people in the US government, the military, the intelligence community, maybe were doing things on this, but no one was pulling it all together. So I think one of the first things this task force will have to do is find out who knows what about this and pull it all together and see what we already have on this issue, perhaps highly classified and deeply compartmentalized.
So one piece of information it would be nice to get right away is, where is the physical evidence? There is apparently somewhere in the bowels of a U.S. government storage facility physical evidence, the remains of one of these unidentified flying objects. So why don't we know more about that?
Well, I've heard these stories too about this debris, this metamaterial, whatever one calls it. And again, I think the task force must have access to all that information. And one hopes the fact, this is a Navy lead, interestingly, probably because of all these videos, of course, these interactions with the US Navy jets that you mentioned. But the Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence and Security also has oversight of this. And that's very important. And I hope the task force will get to the bottom of this and find out what these materials are. And look, is this something of ours? Is it Russia? Is it China? Or is it something else? The time has come when we need answers to these questions.
It's pretty clear from our conversations with U.S. government officials that they've ruled out Russia and China. They don't believe these are aircraft from foreign militaries. Why would they be keeping the details from the public? What's your best guess?
Well, I think all of these programs, when you get into this subject, it's all very highly classified. And of course, when you've got these interactions between the phenomena, whatever it may be, and these multi-billion-dollar assets, the US aircraft carriers, the Nimitz, the other ones involved in this, there are extreme sensitivities. And that's the other point. No government really likes to turn around and say, look, we've lost control of our own airspace here. There's something in our skies faster and more maneuverable, and we don't know what it is.
Yeah, and maybe our understanding of physics isn't broad enough. No, I think it's a very good point. Nick Pope, thank you for that update. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Democrats, as you doubtless know, control virtually